Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. This is Eric Bloom, and this is for you, Larry Graves, on the Canadian Studmuffin YouTube channel, and everyone out there listening in Cyberland. Eric Bloom of Blue Oyster Cult here. Listen, new Blue Oyster Cult music. We got 2 singles out already off our new album, The Symbol Remains. If this is running before October 9th, there's only 2 cuts that you can hear, but there's more coming. If it's after October 9th, the new album is released now already. It's 14 tracks. So The Symbol Remains, new album, first one in 20 years. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And thanks for being a BOC fan if you are. And if you're new to our stuff, well, where have you been for 50 freaking years? Larry Graves, thanks very much. And thank you, everybody. Hope you all dig our new stuff. Bye-bye.
On your feet or on your knees, the amazing Blue Oyster Cult.
Jinx is not impressed. Hi, fans of high quality entertainment, and yes, that was Eric Bloom, one of the 4, sometimes 5 singers in Blue Oyster Cult. I've been a fan of Blue Oyster Cult since 1974. I had first of all read of them in magazines in the early 70s, Rolling Stone or whatever, Cream magazine, and I think I saw a record review for Tyranny and Mutation actually in Rolling Stone. It was a glowing review, surprisingly, coming from Rolling Stone magazine. And also their guitarist, Donald Buck Harma Rozier. Try saying that 4 or 5 times. It was always mentioned what an amazing guitarist he was. So I was very excited to finally buy a Blue Oyster Cult album. And the first one I bought was Secret Treaties from 1974. And I'll tell the story about that particular album when I get to it. So anyway, I ended up loving Secret Treaties, and then I bought Tyranny and Mutation, which I absolutely loved. And then I bought their first album from 1971. I was going to say 1972. And it was so different, especially from Tyranny and Mutation. It was much harder to get into. And I didn't hate it or anything. Like Sparks came over to my house the first time I played and threw it in the garbage. And then I became a huge Sparks fan, of course. But it took a few listens, and I didn't give up on it. And even when I started to really love the album, there were some tracks, especially the last 2, Workshop of the Telescopes and Redeemed, which I never liked back in the day. That's all changed, over the years. And this, I don't know where it's gonna be in the rankings, but this is one of my all-time favorite debut albums. And so some of you out there, of course, have heard of Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper, Godzilla, Burning for You, all their big radio hits, and maybe you're not as familiar with all of their albums. So I'm hoping you watch the whole series, and I am a huge fan of Blue Oyster Cult, as you can tell. And I struggle with who is my favorite American rock band, because I don't really consider Sparks a band, because it's mainly 2 brothers. Then there's Grand Funk Railroad, which I absolutely love, and then there's lots of other groups. But I think Blue Oyster Cult is my favorite American rock band. So, what I'm also going to be doing is doing a Spotify playlist, choosing 3 of my favorite tracks from each album. So if I remember, there's going to be a link, or at the end of this video, or somewhere, for my Spotify playlist, and I hope you follow that, and I add to it which with each review. So, like I said, for somebody that hasn't really heard much Blue Oyster Cult, I think I would recommend another early album of theirs besides this one, because like I said, this one takes a few listens to really appreciate. But that being said, it's got killer guitar work in it. I love each and every song on this now. I have for a long time. And I played it again last night. So what I do with these series is I rate different things, the production and the album cover and everything. So we'll start with the album cover. If that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what will. And then the back cover. And this artist, I don't have his name here, but he also did the follow-up album cover for Tyranny and Mutation. And so anyway, that is just a awesome. In the days of vinyl, not so much with a CD, you know, you'd sit there listening to the music and you just stare at the album cover for hours on end. So I love that. And the symbol, of course. The production on the original vinyl, from what I remember, and actually the first reissue of the CD, it was pretty muddy. It could have been better produced. Their actual first recording, which was never really released, I talked about it in my previous video. The production on that is amazing compared to the original production on this. But that being said, I bought the Blue Oyster Cult, the Columbia Albums collection there, and it came out in, I believe, 2012. And so all of the albums are remastered, and this sounds much, much cleaner and better. Still a bit of a boxy, I don't know how to explain it, sound to it. But it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of the album at all. I think overall it's great. I give the production an 8 out of 10. My favorite song, it's like, I always mention She's as Beautiful as a Foot because of the subtly amazing guitar work by Buck Harmon. But the song itself, too, and Eric Bloom's vocals throughout the whole album. And my least favorite, and you know, with these reviews and rankings, if I can't decide on a least favorite song, because I love all the songs so much, I'm not going to just pick one out of the blue. I don't have a least favorite song. That's how much I love this album. The lyrics. The lyrics are... When these came out, Secret Treaties, Tyranny and Mutation, I was dying to get the lyrics because they never came with the lyrics. I couldn't understand what they were singing half of the time. But you know what? Even with the lyrics, you're still going to be lost. They're pretty out there lyrics, but they're fun. And they're some science fiction type lyrics and occult kind of Blue Oyster Cult lyrics, and I just love them. They're a 10 out of 10, very entertaining. And overall, I give this a 10 out of 10. And like I said, if you're just wanting to learn more about Blue Oyster Cult, for now, just maybe check out my Spotify playlist, and hopefully you get into Blue Oyster Cult and at some point buy their box set or their new album that is coming out soon. And they're still, well, of course not right now, they're not touring, but they're still touring year after year, and they have some new members, but they still have Eric Bloom and, of course, Buck Harmon. And they are a great live band. And I could go on and on, but I won't. I'll shut up now. And just say that, like I said, this is an amazing album. It's one of those albums you definitely need to take in, Maybe, maybe some of you will love it right away, but I think it's the kind of album that just grows on you with each and every listen. And so in my rankings, this is going to surprise no one. It is number 1 because it's the only one I've ranked so far. And yeah, so I hope you all follow my Blue Oyster Cult review and rankings. I would really appreciate it, and leave your comments below. And like I said, check out the Spotify playlist and then go out and buy some Blue Oyster Cult CDs or the box set. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.